Hello everyone, welcome to Tea with Sparxsys. I hope all of you are doing good. So this week I do have few updates for you, like usual. We normally keep an eye on the Atlassian ecosystem, and we look for any significant updates, anything that may impact us. And when I say us, I'm talking about Jira admins, I'm talking about Jira consultants, I'm talking about anyone who is involved with Jira. Maybe it is part of your job. These updates will help you. The idea is that these updates will help you stay, of course, up to date with the latest things happening from the Atlassian ecosystem. So this week we do have few updates which I believe will definitely be of some use to you. And the first update is actually about the board, like multiple boards that you can create in your business projects. Now, if you look at this update is talking about a new feature where you can create multiple boards, or not really multiple boards. I think I should probably use the correct term, multiple board views in your business projects. Now, it is a bit confusing. I understand what this update is all about, and I also will show you on my Jira instance. In case you are watching this video, you can of course take a look, but in case you are listening to this podcast on Spotify or maybe on YouTube, then try it yourself. If you remember, Atlassian announced there won't be any Jira work management, and it will all be just Jira, right? And I think that announcement was probably a bit misleading, because we also need to know about these things so that we can update our clients. We can tell them when to use Jira work management, when to use Jira software. So there is no Jira software as of today. There is no Jira work management. It is just Jira, and that is it. Now, when you create a Jira project, you may get the option to use a Scrum or Kanban, and we all know it will happen if you select Scrum or Kanban, like a software project. But it is not massively clear what exactly is a business project. We all know, like the old Jira admins, that it used to be just Jira core, and on top of it you create a board, right? Using the Greenhopper rapid boards that eventually became Jira Scrum board or Kanban board. But the problem is that it is still not very clear. But don't worry, it is not a big problem. When you go to your Jira instance, your Jira Cloud instance, do one thing. Just create one Jira Cloud project of type marketing. I mean, not really type. Oh, sorry. It is not the right word. Not marketing, but the template should be marketing, right? This is one example. Now, when you do this, you will get a business project, which is fine, but it is not very clear. Like, are we really creating a business project, or is it like a team managed project, or is it what it was, Jira work management? So it is not massively clear. So I think maybe Atlassian needs to do something here. Maybe they can change the way these projects are managed or created. For example, if you look here, it says company managed business projects, because I remember when I created this project, I selected company managed, but it is of type business, right? Now, this was nothing but Jira work management, if you remember, right? So I think they just renamed or they went back to the original terminology. It is not very clear. I think Atlassian is doing a lot these days, and I think majority of it is, of course, improving their products. But I think there are some gaps here and there, and that is why we have work to do, like Atlassian consultants. Now the thing is, if you go to your company managed business project, you can create multiple boards. Now you have, of course, these views here, basically this board view where you have these columns. Now, let us say in board 1, you want to group by status. In board 2, you want to group by priority. You can also create one more board. I think 5 more boards, if I remember correctly. If you look here, there is an option to add a new board. It is not really a board. Again, not really the correct word. It is basically a view. So when you create a new board here, again, board view, you can then group by assignee. So basically you have multiple views, board views, board 1, board 2, and maybe board 3. Where is board 3? It is somewhere here under more. I can drag it and I can move it to the project navigation. So this is, to be honest, I think it is a bit confusing. Although it makes sense, but it might be confusing for new Jira users. Even for existing Jira users, it is actually confusing for even Jira admins. So you have to be a bit careful about using this and deploying it and recommending it to your clients. So I thought I'll talk about it, and I wanted to spend some time on this board view. The next update is about assets data manager. Now, I used to do a lot of work with ITSM, Jira Service Test projects using Insight, and when you have Insight, you can, of course, Insight had a lot of use cases. You can use Insight Asset Management app. I know it is purchased by Atlassian and now it is called as Assets. You can basically use it for, of course, CMDB, Configuration Manager database, I believe. You can use it for Contract Manager. You can use it to keep track of your software licenses. You can use it to keep track of your maybe clients. You can use it for doing some mini CRM kind of a thing. So you can actually create different object schemas. But one of the main use case was CMDB. And when you have CMDB, you may want to refer to the actual configuration items, basically actual assets. And on Jira Cloud, I believe it was never really easy or possible to have that asset discovery kind of a thing. And I need to check this a bit more in detail, but this new asset data manager, I think it will let you connect to some external data source, and then you can use that data, you can transform it, you can maybe process it, and then you can use it in your process. And there is a lot of information here. If you want to look at the video here, there is a video. If you want to look at the details of how to configure this, how to set it up, you can watch and follow these videos. It looks like it is useful. I need to spend some time on it and go through what all it can do. But I just wanted to let you know that Assets Data Manager is there for you to try it out. And I believe it is available with premium and enterprise plans for Jira Service Management Cloud. So if you are on premium or enterprise, go for it. Definitely give it a try. And I think the Jira admins should keep some buffer in their monthly or weekly capacity to try out new things. It should be part of your team's regular activities, because you have to. You can't just assume that things will be the same for the next 6 months. Every month there is something new, and you need to know these things. You need to try it out so that you can help your customers, help your clients, right? So the next update is about Jira Align. Unfortunately, I have never worked with Jira Align. I know what Jira Align is. I have a decent understanding, and I have this understanding because I have worked a lot on implementations where companies try to move to safe or some kind of a safe model like scale agile. Now, Jira Align has this new objective details panel where I believe you can see somewhere on your objective like the details or some kind of a metric. So just wanted to let you know, if you are into Jira Align, if this is something that you are interested in, definitely take a look. And Jira Align, I remember looking at the interface. the UI looks quite similar to Jira. So Atlassian has done a good work. I think when you are using Jira Line, when your users are using Jira Line, and especially if they are going to Jira Line from Jira, or if they're coming from Jira Line back to Jira, then the interface is not too different. You won't. I mean, hopefully your users will not feel that they're on a different product altogether. Although it is a different product, but it should be simple for them to follow. And I believe that is what Atlassian is doing. They are unifying their different products. You can definitely interact with Confluence within Jira issues. You can interact with Jira issues from within your Confluence, which is great. And of course, we all have Jira product discovery, which I think was very noisy. I mean, when I say noisy, people were making a lot of noise last year. I don't know what happened to Jira product discovery. I've never used it for the actual client deployment, so not really sure. And if you are someone who has used Jira product discovery, then do let us know. Do let me know. I would like to know the use case and how it worked for you. All right. The next update is actually really interesting. We all know about Rovo. We all know about Atlassian's announcement about bringing Rovo to all the premium and enterprise Atlassian plans. So I was actually waiting for this update because I do manage a few premium instances of Jira, and I noticed this Rovo, and I have tried it here and there. Not really did anything wonderful yet with Rovo, but because we can't really ignore Rovo, especially because it is a product which is hopefully in future will be deeply integrated with all the Atlassian tools. So we are also trying how Rovo can be used to do something wonderful and improve your processes. I've tried Rovo to create one automation rule. It worked wonderfully well. It was not perfect, but it worked. And I've tried, rephrasing few things here and there. So it is good. But I think it will take some time for normal users, even for Jira admins, to just start getting something useful out of it. Or maybe I'm not aware of it. So I will be hopefully creating more videos, and I believe I should probably start a separate playlist on Atlassian Rovo. And we also need to evaluate Rovo as a company, because we need to see how Rovo and Forge apps, or what all we can do with Forge to create an app where Rovo is involved. So on the app development side, we also need to do something as a company. So I'm keeping an eye on this Rovo thing, and I'm trying to understand properly. And definitely, like always, I will share on Ravi Sagar channel. On Ravi Sagar channel, I know I was not making a lot of videos, like tutorial videos. And the reason was because I was busy. I'm still busy. In fact, I'm more busy now, but hopefully the regular routine videos where I'm showing something on Jira will come back soon. But definitely consider subscribing to Ravi Sagar channel, and of course Sparxsys channel, where we do talk about Atlassian tools a lot. And I think we only focus on Atlassian tools, especially on these two channels. All right, the next update is about an event, and this event is happening in Tokyo. It is not really like that, like those community ACE events. It is basically an event from Atlassian. I never really knew, or I never really heard anyone talking about Atlassian event community in Japan. Maybe I missed it, or maybe it never really happened before, but it is happening right now. I mean, not right now, but it is happening in the next, I believe, few days. I'm not really sure exactly when, but I think it is happening on. Let me just take a look. It is happening on 20th of May, so we have time. And we can hopefully attend. If you are nearby Japan, or if you're in Japan, I'm sure people in Japan, they use Jira, uh, but I was not familiar about any activity. So do consider going there. It is an in-person event. It's a free event, which is always good. If it is free, then don't hesitate, just sign up, and you can take a look at the agenda. I think the theme is AI, and again, going back to AI, Atlassian is doing a lot. And I'm looking at these sessions. So competitive advantage with AI, okay, a new paradigm of organizational cooperation, okay. What is software experience management? Software experience management, okay. Is it because of the translation, or is it something new from Atlassian? I don't know. Utilizing Figma, okay, and there will be someone from Accenture, right? Then business transformation co-created with Jira and Confluence, okay. AI, how to dramatically improve development efficiency with Atlassian AI. So you can see here that a lot of it is AI focused. So this definitely looks interesting. I will encourage you, if you are in that area, go there. All right. The next thing that I want to talk about is, of course, the replacement of or replacing issues with work items. And I think it is going well. I think most of the instances that I manage, few of them are mine. Some of them are internal to Sparxsys, and of course our client instances. I think they all have now this change. So there is no issues anymore. It's only work items. And as compared to the change in the UI, this change is actually not that bad. I mean, not when I say bad, none of my users complained yet. So maybe they haven't noticed it, but maybe Atlassian has done a good job by doing this change properly without impacting anyone, or maybe they made it very clear. Let me just open one of my Jira instance and take a look. So if I click on the create, it says here learn about work type, which is fine. We all know about it. And where else? So if you go to any project here, if you let me open one of the project here, Android something, and if I go to one of the board, let me go to the list view, because I just want to show you something. So if you are a Jira user, like a normal Jira user, and if you try to basically create something, for example, if you are trying to create an issue or a work item from within the list view, it will actually tell you that you're creating a task or you're creating a story. So it is a bit contextual, and I think Atlassian mentioned it in one of the update, and I think we also showed it and talked about it. So basically it will be work item everywhere, but depending upon the context where you are, it may say work item or the actual issue type name or work item name. So this is good. I think Atlassian has done a good job here, and I summarized this in this video. Atlassian finally replacing issue in Jira, and this was, of course, this video is, of course, from, I believe, October, I believe, but I just wanted to talk about it again because the change is now live, and I think Atlassian was talking about it, shouting about it with the help of Atlassian creators, I guess, that this change will be coming, and now the change has come. So just wanted to let you know, and do let me know what you think about this change. Was it a problem for you? Work item versus issues. It never really happened for my users, but maybe it was different for you. So do let me know if you have anything to share. The last thing that I want to talk about is the blog of the week. Now, recently I talked about Scriptner and free alternative to Scriptner for Jira. Actually, someone asked me on my channel, Ravi, is there a free version of Scriptner? In fact, there is. There is actually a free version of a script. It is not a free version, but there is one app which I found, or which I've seen somewhere on GitHub. Someone actually created a simple Java app, and and that app was, I think, very simple. It was just giving users the ability to run Groovy scripts. So, to be honest, I think in this video I talked about this in detail, but if you want to do something on Jira Data Center and you don't really want to pay for script now, you can always create your own app using Java, using Atlassian SDK. Although I would not really recommend you to do it, because we all know deep down that Jira Data Center will eventually go away. So that would mean that if you have an app built on Jira Data Center, then either you will have to maintain it, or once you leave the company and someone else takes over, it will be a bit difficult. It will be very difficult for someone who has never really done Jira app development on Jira Data Center using Atlassian SDK to modify that app. So this is something that you can do anyways. So even Scriptner for Jira is, I mean, whatever you do with Scriptner for Jira, you can do it with your own app. Scriptner makes it very easy. That is the whole idea. And not many people actually know about it, or they never really give it a thought. But that is how things are. Scriptner makes it super easy for you to write a simple Groovy script, which is again like Java, to do something wonderful on Jira. But you can anyways do it using Atlassian SDK if you want to create your own app. So I have written about it, and there is a video as well, which you can watch on my Ravi Sagar channel. So yeah, that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about in this session, in this tea with Sparxsys session video podcast. I hope you found this useful and you also learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.